on the other hand, I mean, those stats, they're so close. I mean, hardpoint is at what, 0.02 difference, Search and Destroy at 0.03. It's only really the control where Envoy has a bit of a bigger KD.
And I mean, I've seen quite a bit of Optic so far this weekend. GenG, I've only been able to watch the last match that they played, so I was expecting TJ to be blowing him out of the water. The fact that, again, it's even that close is surprising, and that just goes to show that GenG came to play.
Well, in terms of the maps that we're going to see, map number 1, a frequency hardpoint. Chance, any numbers jump out at you for game 1?
Well, I mean, it has to be said, right? They played this at the Pro League. Optic bullied them out just a little bit. It was a 250-126 win for them, so
bit of a
Optic comfortable to play on this map. They're 4-3 on the week so far, and then, of course, GenG only 1-2. So, of course, that means that GenG comes out strong and wins that first map. That's a huge curveball, but if you're a betting person, well, you expect it's Optic.
It is worth mentioning these two teams have played several times, and Game 5 has been on the cards, every one of them, so we'll see what we get here. Losers bracket final, map number 1 underway. Optic Gaming versus GenG. And Krim looking to trade out a couple of early deaths, unable to do so. GenG with the early time.
Opening break, always an important thing to win on frequency. Mox, of course, with the SOG. You're not very used to seeing him, and he is going to fall. Kills, of course, traded back and forth, and it looks like Optic, the resurgence is there. Envoy, the last man standing, shot down Optic in the hill.
Yeah, this is good, but again, keep your eye on the minimap. It's the spawns which are going to be crucial. As it stands, it is GenG with that minor advantage. You're going to see a couple players pushing straight through. Scump is one of them, and this is a great flank which really could put a lot of pressure on the back line of GenG. Optic still in the hill, contested. It's going to be down to TJ. Has a support of 1 to try and win the gunfight. Tagged up, and GenG fly forward. TJ was only able to find 1, but it's Krim doing a good job here of anchoring the spawns.
Yeah, Envoy putting the pressure much more towards the hill rather than the back spawn, so now all of GenG has to return. Dashy, the leading man on the charge, well, has a gunfight right in front of him, and the nade does the job. Optic with the spawns, retake the lead, trying to bump the numbers up just a little bit more, and GenG, their work cut out for him. A lot of players working their way through elbow, trying to cut through orange. Major Maniac, well, he gets traded. Optic stable so far.
Yeah, 40 seconds left, still Optic with the spawns, and more importantly, the hill time as GenG funnel through the front door. There is Dashy. That's 3 in a row for him. He does fall. And Scump able to go for at least 1 trade. Major Maniac again through window, causing some problems, but not that many because Optic still with all the hill time, as now it's Karma's job to control the front door, unable to find the first pick. But with 20 seconds left, honestly, you're Optic Gaming. You've done such a good job of controlling the hill.
Just about perfect. They're going to get the near full 60 off the rotation. That's a massive job, and well, they have quite a bit of time to start to make the break over towards next. Nagafen, though, picks up 2 to slow them down, and any kills he gets just to keep Optic at bay, and of course, he spawns up. He'll be back in the action. Major Maniac feels the pressure. He backs down. They're just trying to slow the pace of Optic so they can hold on to Nuke.
Oh, I mean, if Dashy's shooting like that, you can try and slow him down, but it's not going to be easy for GenG. You've got to stop the bleeding. You cannot let Optic Gaming walk through into P3, and it seemingly has been the case. TJ up top balcony, not able to find Nagafen, and well, GenG retake control of the hill thanks to controlling the spawns. Optic Gaming, they're going to have another big push. Mox has been forced to concede balcony control. Envoy's there, and that's a double beatdown, a triple kill for him. There's only 2 players left, but Dashy finds himself a double. Optic, despite not being in the best spot, they're making a good go of this.
I mean, Envoy gets a triple, and they barely get that much time off of it. Still, they do not have a player in the hill, and that's Optic being feisty, doing a nice job just to be scrappy, chip away at the seconds GenG was expected to get. Now it's TJ's turn in the window. He gets cut down, but if you're Optic, this is a hill you did not have the early spawns for, and GenG managed to get, what, 15 seconds at best. That is a fantastic job, but of course, the next rotation, GenG is there first once again.
Got to start winning these first wave of gunfights, though, relatively comfortably, and that's just something GenG has been unable to do. So Optic Gaming just walk into the hill. A couple of kills was all it took. Nagafen will shut down Dashy, and he actually finds himself 2 before the trade from TJ. Scump still in the hill, though. He's going to slide away as the lead starts to get bigger and bigger. Dashy with a rare mistake. He'll take a tumble. 77-36, though, the point lead as the hill contested with 30 seconds left.
Major Maniac is able to break in. Nagafen picking up a couple more. Dashy, of course, well, he's tied for leading the lobby in kills. Nagafen right there with him. We talk about that rotation battle. GenG, they've already got bodies in the next hill, and Optic, well, they're fighting for old. I don't know how much of it they're going to be able to get because of the SOG. You see Envoy still roaming around, but Optic, they made the decision. You want the scrap time, but GenG says, hey, that's fine, we'll give it to you. We'll take the rotation. But at the same time, GenG's been there first twice in a row, and they're still down by 40 points.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deficit, all things considered, after that first rotation, but GenG will chip away at it early. What is available? Well, Tempest for Major Maniac, and that really is about it. Havoc still working towards that grab slam, and Envoy not yet earned the War Machine, but you have to hold, you have to get yourself a big chunk of time here if you're GenG. And more importantly, the spawns for that second rotation towards P2. It wasn't great. And now TJ, well, to pull out the War Machine, let it rattle off, but it's firing only really towards his own spawn. It's pretty much free time here for Optic Gaming.
I say you don't get much out of the War Machine, but you still get a ton of time. Optic has been very content with fighting and trying to work the breaks on the hills, and you can see why they are hyper successful at it. GenG never able to hold on. Now you got the grab slam for Karma. So if body stacking this next hill, he'll be good to go, but the fight for the back spawns is there first. Mox finds one. And of course, well, it looks like GenG, all the pressure in the world, but we've said it before, GenG, they can get in the back first. Optic, they have been very happy to just break.
You just have to make sure you control the spawns, and you're watching the overextension, and TJ's got through, Scott free. No one knows he's here. He could really cause some pain. Oh no, that can't happen. That cannot happen, but Envoy is there for the trade. Karma wants to just again apply pressure to the backside, and that's a big gunfight to win. Optic Gaming control the spawns as they look to run away with game number one.
This has just been a steamroll. You got GenG spawning so far out. You got Dashy hanging out in the hill beyond double positive. Another 5 streak for this man, turning up on Sunday, but you do have to grab the hill time back up just a little bit. But Optic has been stable. They have been out-rotated just about every single time, and it has not made a single bit of difference. They are just bullies right now on the main stage.
And if it isn't bad enough, Dashy now just 210 points away from his first streak. He'll pick up all the scrap time, and we find ourselves in a very similar position to what we had in the first rotation. GenG P3 early, but now they need a full hold. If they have any chance of coming back into this game, you're already at that conversation where, well, someone needs streaks, and you need to make sure that Optic don't get streaks. Dashy, of course, could be the player from Optic Gaming to do just that. Nade available. He knows there's one back elbow. It's going to be Nagafen. Doesn't connect. And has teammates to bait from here as well.
He's going to pull out the ICR as well, I think. Really just trying to stay on the map. And of course, you got Havoc. He's coming on the flank. He's going to shut down the streaks of Dashy, and he's looking for the next kill as well. But at the same time, GenG, it doesn't matter what Havoc's doing, because inside the hill, well, Optic was at least there for a moment. Envoy, though, he shuts that right down.
There has to be such a big hole in GenG setup for Optic to continuously breaking into P3S, only contesting, but it's time which GenG at this point need. Down just shy of 100 points, and Envoy himself starting to work towards some streaks. You may see the War Machine used as well, just to get him a little closer. Not now, but on that rotation as he wins another gunfight. If he finds one more, this is going to be massive. He needs the help, though. 160 away, playing his life. He knows the importance of these streaks. He has to win this gunfight. Will do so. Streaks for GenG.
He was able to get them when they're down by about 75 points. Now they're going to the open hill. Major Maniac is here first. And honestly, you even have the War Machine. You can use the streaks, the specialist, whatever you like. Karma, though, he's got the grab slam. Can only find one. Moving on through, but their turn is there. Havoc finds two of his own. Scump's going to fall. He gets the beat down. GenG, the best hold they've had.
This is where it could get interesting. War Machine instantly going to be used. That's going to slow down Optic Gaming if nothing else. And bear in mind, Optic with no streaks of their own to break through. So if GenG do get broken quickly here, Envoy with at least a couple of extra utility, the Hellstorm and the Lightning Strike. The problem is you can't be losing gunfights left, right, and center. Dashy does fall, but it's Envoy all by himself. Once again, he shuts down 2, almost 3, but the trade should surely be there. Mox from deep with the ICR. GenG surging back into this game.
They were down by about 75 when the streaks were earned, and still they're down by about 60 because Optic, that scrap time going their way. That's a Vision Pulse, I believe. Mox is calling in for the rotation. Nagafen in the hill, though, is going to get shut down. Of course, the Vision, I think, no longer pinging. Crim in the hill. The ICR battle won by Mox. That gets pressure inside the hill. Now it's the Sogs' turn to fight. It's Scump, TJ, and Dashy in the hill, and the Sogs for Optic come out on top.
196, 128. Optic Gaming inside the new hill. Hellstorm will be called in, and you can see the angle he's trying to go for. Tries to get it steep inside you, connects with one. A good angle, now comes the cavalry, but Dashy has a Tempest, there's 2. Looking for 3, Envoy shuts him down, and to Envoy's credit, he is actually still alive. It's Scump versus Envoy for now. The support coming from both teams, and Scump just really being a pain. It's somehow managed to contest for as long as he did.
Yeah, keep in mind, GenG right now is spawning out because TJ's orange side, so Optic, they can be scrappy, but they can be happy to give away these final 20 seconds. It does not make a difference to Optic, and if they get it, even better. The important thing for them is the rotation. You hold on to orange, you're gonna win this game. GenG are just down in a rut. Last time they played, Ben, Optic won 250 to 126. It is almost exactly the same score.
A little bit of improvement, you could argue. Krim was close to some streaks there. He will fall. There's still the lightning, and Envoy is going to be forced to use it. What effect will that have? You've got to break quickly because Optic Gaming are about to reach 230 points. Just 20 more seconds is all the green wall needs to take map number 1, put them one step closer to a rematch against 100 Thieves. And Krim has done so well to stay alive despite the lightning strike, despite the consistent pressure at the backside of the map. Optic Gaming, 5 more seconds, and this will be GG. Scump, Dashi, Karma, all still alive. That's a wrap for map number 1.